Welcome everyone. Today is the full moon of Aquarius. I'm Sai Nandan Reddy from Initiatic Solutions. Today we will read from the book Wisdom of the Zodiac from the chapter Aquarius Group Consciousness. And then we will be meditating. So, for the first half an hour, we will try to complete the chapter, reading from the chapter, and then the other half an hour we'll try to meditate. So, let us focus more on meditation. So, in the first half an hour, let's complete the chapter. So, I request Rekha ji to start reading the chapter.
Sure, sure. Hello, everyone. Chapter 27 Aquarius Group Consciousness. Every great constellation in the universe emanates a law, a stream of energy, which imposes itself on the lives of the solar system, and that imposition of energy turns into a law. The law of Aquarius is the law of group consciousness. If this law is responded to and obeyed and assimilated, we will have synthesis. If this law is not obeyed and assimilated, then we will see many kinds of suffering and troubles in humanity based on separatism. This law emphasizes that human beings must eventually understand the purpose of evolution of all forms, why we are evolving, what our destination is. Many human beings do not have real destinations. Some have short destinations: make money, marry, have children, and enter into the grave. That is their destination. Those who have real destinations are those people who think, meditate, and do research on why there is evolution, where it is carrying us in the cosmos. Understanding the purpose of evolution will make you slowly understand what your individual purpose is in that evolution. Without understanding that evolution, you do not have any target. You do not have any long range plan, a plan that works for you for many, many thousands of lives, and you are lost in the desert of life. What are the steps through which we can really, step by step, slowly develop group consciousness? If you read about many religions, many philosophies, and if you meditate, you will reach similar conclusions that there are 7 important steps that humanity must take to reach group consciousness, the law of Aquarius. For example, we are built of billions of cells, and these cells eventually reach such a state that they cooperate together for the whole man. The same thing is eventually going to actualize in the world. Every human being, every group, every nation, every race eventually will become the cells of one body. That is the ultimate goal. If your body does not create that integration, that synthesis, that group consciousness, it means your body is sick. If there are places in your body that are making you sick, you cut them out, throw them away. That is exactly the same for humanity. If humanity is not going to be one body, one united whole, acting in group consciousness, then what will happen? The body of humanity, the soul of humanity will make lots of surgeries through natural catastrophes and through many things that we will come to. What are these simple steps that we must take to develop group consciousness? It's so simple. You might think they are not even worth talking about, but they are the foundations, and without these foundations, we cannot expand our consciousness and reach group consciousness. For example, Master Moria says, these are living ethics. If we miss them, we miss the whole chain. Every link of the 7 links is leading to group consciousness. 1. When you have contact with anybody, your family, your husband, your wife, your friends, foreigners, strangers, no matter who they are, think of their interest first. That is the law. If we do not obey this law, we will create individual, national, and international difficulties and problems. That is the first law. Think of his or her interest and never by any means manipulate him or her for your interest. Be totally righteous in your relationships. If you miss this link, you cannot have the other links grow. They are tests for your individual relationships. If you miss that opportunity, you are missing the foundation in group consciousness. What is group consciousness? The first step is to think about others before yourself. That is totally opposite of what we do in the world. We think first about our interests and then we think about others' interests if it is suitable for us. This link must be established in our mind, in the national mind, in the international mind. 2. Think that you can cover up things from the eyes of your friends and from authorities, but never from the eyes of karma. It is so powerful. The eyes of karma see everything you are doing. Those who are going to be cells in the international body are going to first exercise these laws. If we do not exercise these laws, we will prevent nations and multitudes from reaching their goals. It is heavy and it puts lots of responsibilities on our shoulders. 3. Before you die, try to leave to your family or friends money or possessions that have been gained in honest ways. This third step is a little more difficult, but if we obey it circle after circle, we will expand our consciousness because we know now that we are under a law and this law cannot be broken. If we are fighting against this law, we are really fighting against our pure interest. Once we understand that, it will be so easy for us to resign from all activities that are egocentric, exploitative, or manipulative. This is what the world did until now. What is it doing? It is leading itself into disaster. The same thing applies for the groups and for the individual man or woman. Anything that is not gained by righteousness will lead your family or friends into disaster. This is the law of Aquarius. Do not give unrighteous money to anybody and do not receive it. That money is karmically poisoned because you are acting separatively. You are not acting holistically, inclusively. The law of Aquarius is tremendous. If we hear these things and analyze them, it is so beautiful. In the olden countries, the father brings all the children together and blesses them and shares all his possessions that he gained with the sweat of his body. If he gives one sheep to his child, that sheep increases to thousands because it is a righteous sheep. It has the blessings which is psychic energy. If you want to ruin your children's future, you will make unrighteous money and give it to them. When you give that money to them, you are really destroying the future of your children. This is an opportunity for us. We must hear these things.
Okay, thank you so much, Rekha ji. I request now Dr. Rama to go on with reading the chapter.
Thank you. The fourth is to think in what way you can improve the life of the trees, animals, humans, the life of all. We are slowly expanding now. First, you are becoming less ecocentric. Second, you are including. Third, you becoming righteous. These are the steps which are leading you to group consciousness. In what way can you improve the life? How must you think? How must you relate? How must you make your business your career? How must you associate with people and in what way so that every minute, every relationship is improved by your presence of protection for the animal kingdom, vegetable kingdom, and human kingdom? What can you do? These kinds of thoughts produce human beings who are more advanced. They are out of their skins, out of their nationalism and racism. Now we can be thinking in terms of one humanity. All group consciousness is based on freedom and cooperation. Neither freedom nor cooperation alone can do anything. They must be united. It is freedom, but not anarchy. It takes cooperation. I give you freedom and then you fight because you are free. But if you add cooperation, cooperation keeps you within the borders of right human relations. That is a very important idea that we are going to analyze. What are we doing to improve the condition of the world? Until now, our every thought, every feeling, every regret, every defeat, every moral or spiritual defeat is defeating humanity. For example, suddenly you find in your body a little cancer, and the body says, "It's a little cancer, it may spread." So you are a little sad if you are a cancerous cell. What is cancer? Cancer is nothing else but the result of egocentric living. When the cells become egocentric, they say, "We want to live in spite of the body at the expense of the body," and you have cancer. If any human being, any group starts acting in that way, that group is cancerous. What does the body do? The body takes you to the hospital and they cut that part out and throw it away. From now on, human beings are going to follow these subjective, deeper laws if we want to reach our destination. But if you do not want to reach your destination, you are free to do anything you want. That is where we are going to come. Master Moria says the shortest way is facing reality. Do not go around it, it is terrible. You can do it, you can hide it, but the eyes of karma watch you and tax you tremendously. In my short life, I have seen how some of my stupidities and mistakes killed me. I wish I could go back 20 years and start again. This is the opportunity to face yourself. 5. Think about the political, economical, and educational problems of the world and see what you can do to contribute to the increase of freedom and cooperation in the community of nations. What can you do? For example, if you as husband and wife are fighting with each other, you cannot think about helping the world. It is impossible. If the group members are eating each other, cheating each other, working behind each other's backs, it is finished. Gangrene has entered there. You must be solid together in individual, group, and national ways so that you reach freedom in cooperation. If you expand your consciousness, you expand the consciousness of others. If you serve with selflessness, you increase the group consciousness of humanity. And to the degree you are serving the law of expansion of consciousness, the law of group consciousness, to that degree you become really successful, healthy, happy, and prosperous. Why do we have so much suffering? It is because of lack of freedom and lack of cooperation and very condensed selfishness. That is also true in our families. If family people are not free and cooperative with each other, they cannot have a good family. Little things reflect the big things, and this is the law of Aquarius. We are going to really feel there is tremendous pressure from zodiacal signs. These zodiacal signs eventually make us realize that in the world there is a great hierarchy watching us, and if we play monkey business in front of their eyes, we are hurting ourselves, nothing else. 6. Live, think, talk, and act in a way that you create right human relations, peace, and understanding. If your actions are increasing anger, fear, resentment, separation, misunderstanding, and problems, withdraw from that work, whatever you are doing. This is living ethics. We are going to learn these laws, regulations, rules, and eventually bring our life into harmony with this law, or else we are really bad businessmen. The really good businessman is the one who makes his future really protected and bright, healthy, happy, and prosperous. But if you are a bad businessman, you make your present life really prosperous, but 5 years later, you are destroyed by the mistakes you did with your selfishness and egocentric actions.
Thank you so
7.
much. Thank you so much, Rama. I would now request Dr. Anju to carry on with the rest of the chapter.
Thank you. Point number 7. Think how you can help to create and to keep one humanity, one earth, in which all have opportunities to be healthy, happy, prosperous, and enlightened. How can you do that? How are we going to do that? I remember 5 6 years ago, somebody asked me, if every human being presents a power of thought, can things change on this earth? I said, there is no more powerful thing than our aspirations, strivings, and thoughts. That is why Master Maurya always says, each of your thoughts for us is a great help. If it is in the right line, so that we increase those kinds of thought emanations that will destroy castles of egocentric separative living. It is happening. Look at Europe, look at Russia, look everywhere. The walls are cracking. Freedom is coming. But only if we do not do other kinds of wrongs and lead freedom into anarchy. That is the test point. If you are ready for freedom, you will make your freedom based on cooperation and for the common good of everybody. If that is not the purpose, we will be like the Russian Revolution, which killed millions and millions to bring paradise on earth. For 70 years, they destroyed millions of people with that paradise. Now there is an opportunity because we are getting closer to the Aquarian age. And the Aquarian age is going to put pressures on us more and more. What is that pressure going to do? If there are some astrologers here, they will know the planet of Pluto is passing. What is it going to do? Every subconscious trash that we have within us, within the nations, within humanity, is going to come to the surface like a sewerage. You can see it. Listen to your news. But that is not punishment. It is to help you get rid of it. We all have trash and sewerage in our past. But do not increase it now because we are not awakening and we know, because we are now awakening and we know what to obey, what not to obey. We are maturing to a certain degree. Those who mature a little earlier avoid lots of pain and suffering. These are the 7 steps that if humanity takes, then without pain, without suffering, without disasters, we will build a paradise on this earth. Then supermundane domains will be revealed to us. Individually, in group, and in international ways, we are going to penetrate deeper mysteries and possibilities, probabilities of the cosmos. In our whole galaxy, our solar system is a little atom. And what are we in that atom? We are not even electrons. What are we? How beautiful it will be if we find a way to escape the limitations in which we are living. We are having fun here, cheating each other. How are we going to make a breakthrough and eventually have all these fields gradually open for us? What a fantastic feeling and actualization and realization will occur in our consciousness when we surpass the limitation which is called man. Man is limitation and also an opportunity for expansion. If we do not obey this law, then nature always takes steps to make us realize that we are living an egocentric life. What is the world? The whole world pollution shows that everybody is sharing the pollution. We are one. Already in pollution, we are one. Do you see that? When the ozone layer is evaporating, you do not have me, you, and my nation. It is all one. So basically, oneness exists. Second, we have the greenhouse effect, where the temperature is increasing every year 2 or 3 degrees. Our cold is increasing, and scientists are telling us in 20, 25 years it will be very difficult to live on this planet. It is not me and you. It is not that my nation is safe, your nation is not safe. It is all of us. Already the world is united in the greenhouse effect. Where are you going to escape? America, Middle East, China? They are in the same boat. The boat is sinking. Now, nature is telling us the world is one boat and you are in it. Better to take care of the boat, not yourself. Now you can find politicians, philosophers, religious people saying, our nation. What are they talking about? It is old fashioned, it is finished. It is our race, we must protect it. What are you protecting? The ozone layer is going. We need only 10 or 15 crazy people to get on the radio and talk about these things. Unless we have those crazy people, we will live under crazy people. Third is universal unrest. In the first pages of the Symphony of the Zodiac, it is written, because of the intensification of the energies from the zodiacal signs, if people do not respond but react to these energies, unrest and insanity will develop like mushrooms. Eventually, in 10 or 15 years, you will not be able to walk in the streets. Already, if you see statistics, the increase of crime is out of proportion. Only those who are responding to these energies, which means they are assimilating them, are able to keep their sanity. But because they are the minority, the majority think that the minority are insane. How can you sit and read these books and do meditation and speak about masters? You are insane. Look what happened. The cancer swallowed the body. It is very sad, but why did it happen? It happened because of our individual, irresponsible, unrighteous living. Then there is economic disaster. You do not know how bad the economic situation is in the world. I'm very happy that all of you have good food, our markets are full and overflowing, but this is not the case in other countries. In the Far East, Middle East, Russia, Europe is in a disastrous condition. Millions of people do not have homes. If our money system collapses, then we will have it here also. The next day, things will happen here as they are happening in Europe. It is not far away if we do not awaken. The epidemic is spreading everywhere. It is the everywhereness, the oneness of the world which you cannot escape. Epidemics are the next sign. When were saying we only have a few cases of AIDS in the United States and that is all that we have, suddenly we saw that every year 100,000 African people were dying every year of AIDS. Now other countries are reporting the disease. It is an epidemic. When the epidemic comes and you cannot fight against it, it shows again the world is one.
Dr. Anju, just a second. Just a second. Thank you so much. Shivdasini, do you have the material? Can you read?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, please go on. And yes, yeah, please go on.
The sixth is the increase of insanity everywhere. The seventh is the decreasing clean water in this world. In 60 years' time, you will order one bottle of water from China, which will cost you $25 because the poison is going deeper and deeper. Why have all these things happened? It is because we reacted against the law of group consciousness, against the law of economy and right human relations. It is up to disciples what to do. Those of you who have little light within you, increase that light. Change your direction and whatever you are doing wrong, you must change it before it is too late so that your subconscious mind and your cells do not record the things that you are doing wrong. Why? Because the things that you are doing wrong, if they are registered by your cells and atoms, you cannot get rid of them. We are told that the age of Aquarius is an age of crisis. A crisis is nothing else but a combination of opportunity and danger. The Chinese have a word for crisis. It means opportunity goes together with tremendous danger. Now, if we individually work hard to be useful to the human unity, upliftment, expansion, and prosperity, our karma will save us because we sacrificed ourselves for the whole of humanity with righteousness, harmlessness, right speech, and with spiritual purity. That is what the message of Aquarius is. Question. If people have gained riches on some wealth by means that were not totally honorable, can they now cleanse that karma by giving it to others? Of course, there are no miracles. Let us say I owe you $500 and I do not have it. I will go to work very hard and make $10,000 and pay you. That is it. Increase your goodness, your good works, your good thoughts, your self-transformation. It will pay by itself. We have a very bad idea that nature punishes us. It never does. Always nature opens opportunities for us to cooperate with it. Whenever we do not cooperate, we create friction and we think that someone is hurting us. Nobody's hurting us except ourselves with our thoughts, actions, and words, which when accumulated come and hit us. Question. Are places like the former Soviet Union getting more democratic? Answer. It does not matter what the name is. I know one thing. The science, the results show, and there is more freedom, there is more democratic thinking, there is more destruction of totalitarianism. That is the greatest victory for all nations. Master Tibetan speaks about the world politics in the externalization of the hierarchy. If you have that book, go read it. The Master Tibetan says the greatest danger that we face in the coming years is nothing else but the totalitarianism exercised in the churches, in governments, in business, and in education. Totalitarianism is not only in governments, totalitarianism is even in our homes. When a man says this is it, whether you like it or not, that is also totalitarianism.
Thank you so much, Shivdasini. It was really fantastic to listen to everyone reading the chapter. So we have 2 minutes. We will just recollect what all we have read and heard. So, and then we will do group meditation for another half an hour. Hope you are getting my voice, right? Yes. So I have underlined few important points so that we can recap again. So law of Aquarius is a law of group consciousness. So we have started certain group consciousness building activities in our groups. So I think the Aquarius energy is working through us. I haven't thought about doing it, but then suddenly I got an idea and then I started. But later when I started reading the Aquarius books, I came to know about the chapter on group consciousness. So I thought we need to work on this concept. And yes, so it is all about group consciousness. What we are missing as of now is group consciousness. We have been very, very individualistic. We always think about ourselves in various ways. So, the crux is every human being, every group, every nation, every race eventually will become the cells of one body. So basically, we cannot understand group consciousness until and unless we see everybody are a part of one body. We all should become cells and parts of a single body. See, our brain and our heart, if they think they are separate, then do you think we will exist? We won't. So basically, we all are, we exist because every cells in our body, they work together in group consciousness. And yeah, so here in this, if you miss this link, you cannot have the other links grow. So we all are links. So we all are links. And if one link is missing within the society, if one group is missing, if some minority is missing, if some age group is missing, we miss the link. And so that's the reason we have to take in everyone and we have to think about others. So the first step is to think about others before yourself. So here there is a responsibility which the teaching is giving us. So yes, it's a responsibility. And the next is the eyes of karma. So all the spiritual aspirants need to be very watchful about this eye. An eye is always watching us, the eye of karma, right? And this concept was really touching for me. Before you die, try to leave to your family or friends money or positions that have been gained in honest ways. So we see so many things in news channels about people gaining a lot of wealth because of various non legal ways. So if we can understand this concept, we can really help our future generations. So people generally think that if we gain more money, that would be helpful for our next generations, but it is not like that. It is the energy of the money that is important than the money itself. Anything that is not gained by righteousness will lead your family or friends into disaster. This is the law of Aquarius. So it is so good that we have this material, we have this information. Now it is up to us to apply it and also tell it to others. See, if he gives one sheep to his child, that sheep increases to thousands because it is a righteous sheep. And Yes. So this concept is very interesting here. Neither freedom nor cooperation alone can do anything. So we think that freedom is essential, and freedom will uh, create richness and next generation. But without cooperation, that particular freedom will only lead to anarchy. Many countries, many rich countries, they all campaign for freedom. We are free to wear so and so, we are free to do whatever we want, uh, and all these things. There are many rights, but with those rights, there should also be parallel responsibilities, and that is cooperation. So we cannot understand freedom without cooperation, and cooperation also should have freedom between members. So this is a really interesting concept. And the master Maurya says the shortest way is facing reality. This is really striking feature, because if we don't see the reality, what is going on in our life, within our family and within our society, and also in other countries, we are really missing something. Many people, they don't watch news, they don't analyze what is going on in the world level between countries, and certain people are very much focused on the international domain, but that they forget about what is going on in their families. So it is also happening reverse. And some people forget about their bodies, they forget what all problems they have, but they go on helping others or sacrificing for their families. So see, we have to face ourselves the reality. The shortest way is facing reality. We all have prejudices, so we have to overcome those things. If you want to expand your consciousness, you should expand the consciousness of others. If we don't understand this and we only focus upon ourselves and only ourselves, there is no way forward, because we are in the Aquarius age now. The Piscean age has gone. So if you want to grow, take others along with you. The degree you are serving the law of expansion of consciousness, to that degree you become really successful, healthy, happy, and prosperous. The law of group consciousness. Many people have doubts regarding group consciousness. Group consciousness is all about taking others along with us. It's not an individual growth anymore, it is a group growth. And here, this is very important. If we play monkey business in front of their eyes, we are hurting ourselves, nothing else. So, see, our mind is a monkey. Today it will say one thing, tomorrow it will say something else. We have to be very aware of that. The hierarchy is watching us. Yes, we have to be aware of this particular thing. Every subconscious trash that we have within us, within the nations, within humanity, is going to come to the surface like a sewerage. See, we in India, we see a lot of sewerage coming onto the main roads because of certain issues within the system. So the same thing, how do we feel when the sewerage is on the road? The same thing happens to us, because the subconscious trash which we have collected from past lifetimes, that will come out at certain intervals of your life. When it suddenly comes out, we become unbalanced and we'll go in search of psychologists or psychiatrists. So before that situation arises, we have to identify what is the trash within us and try to clean it as much as possible. Only then the supermundane domains will be revealed to us. And then here, see, these books are written like 20, 30 years or more, I don't remember exactly. But see here, epidemics are the next sign. You see how the teaching is revealing what is going to happen. When they were saying we only have a few cases of AIDS in the United States, and that is all that we have. Suddenly we saw that every year 100,000 African people were dying every year of AIDS. It is an epidemic. When the epidemic comes and you cannot fight against it, it shows again the world is one. So see, if we do not change, the nature will make us change in its own way. You, many are doctors here, you know pretty well how things were, and everybody suffered. So so we change your direction, and whatever you are doing wrong, you must change it before it is too late, so that your subconscious mind and your cells do not record the things that you are doing wrong. So whatever we consciously do, that is also recorded within our body and within our cells. So if we do anything wrong, we have to correct it as soon as possible, so that that particular vibrations are not recorded within our system. Age of Aquarius is the age of crisis. Why is it the age of crisis? Because the energy which is coming, the Aquarius energy, the energy is coming down, and if there is an impurity between, then that energy will hit this impurity and it will create imbalances within the system, right? So there are old concepts and there are new concepts, old age ideas, new age ideas. So there will be a clash between these two ideas. So as and when we try to update ourselves with these new ideas, we will be receiving the energies of the Aquarius. Whenever we do not cooperate, we create friction and we think that someone is hurting us. Nobody is hurting us except ourselves with our thoughts, actions, words, which when accumulated come and hit us. So many people have this uh, feeling that things are not going properly. We are having problems in our personal life or social life or family life, in our career and etc. All we think that others are doing, but we seldom think that what all is happening to us negatively are because the seeds which we have sown in the past, and those seeds have grown and now they are bearing their fruit, and we are feeling the negative things. So it's all with us. So now let us meditate. I request everyone to sit straight, close your eyes. It's a beautiful meditation. Relax. You can have a paper and a pen if you want. Think a few minutes about how you can plan your life in such a way that you contribute to the unity and upliftment of humanity. Do not ever justify yourself by saying that others are doing this or that, so I can be forgiven for what I am doing. Do not look to other people, just to yourself. Just think for a few minutes, how can you improve or help humanity and make it go toward international unity, understanding, cooperation, and freedom. Just think about this for a few minutes. You can think, you can note down your ideas on a paper. Let us say the following mantram. Please repeat after me. Please mute. Lead us, O Lord, from death, from darkness to light, from the unreal to the real, from death to immortality, from chaos to beauty. Let us now sound 3 ohms. O and M should be of the same duration. Now, think about what you are going to eliminate from your nature and what you are going to develop in your nature so that you are useful and bring benefit to one humanity and to your body. I'm repeating. Think about what you are going to eliminate from your nature, as well as think about what you are going to develop in your nature so that you are useful for the one humanity and to your body. Now visualize a golden chalice above your head, and in the chalice a blue flame. Chalice is a cup. Visualize a golden chalice above your head, and within the chalice you can see a blue flame. Let the radiation of that blue flame penetrate your mental, emotional, and physical bodies, and do a great cleansing, physical cleansing, so the blue light is entering into your physical body and cleansing it, energizing and vitalizing all your cells and organs and your chakras. The blue light, the blue flame from the golden chalice is entering into your physical body, cleansing your physical body, all the organs, cells, and vitalizing your body and chakras. Now, let that fire come to your emotional body and clean everything that is wrong in your emotional body, like hatred, fear, anger, jealousy, revenge, etc. Now let the flame penetrate into your mental body, around your head, and burn away all glamours, vanity, illusions, ego, selfishness, greed. Let the flame penetrate into your mental body and burn away all the glamours, vanity, ego. Your mental body is illuminated and enlightened with the blue flame. Visualize yourself sitting in the flame and let the purification process go on for a few minutes. Let us say the following mantra. Please repeat after me. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all men love. Let us sound 3 ohms. Thank you so much. Please open your eyes. So, how did you feel the meditation? You can speak randomly, like you can unmute yourself.
The session was very good. The topic, group consciousness itself, was very different and it was enlightening. And the blue flame, the July's and the blue flame thing, it was very nice. It was very nice. Very nice experience.
Rama, can you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rekha, can you share your experience?
Actually, the subject is too good, especially the pandemic thing, what all, they could write many years back. The subject is too good. I hope we all implement all those we read today. I really look forward to lead a very righteous life from now onwards. And the meditation also was good, very powerful.
Yeah. Every time when we read these material, we feel a lot more
We get charged,
energy
I think.
and lot more responsibility and many things.
Yes.
Along with
Yes.
energy, we feel responsibility too.
The point about the righteousness and the earning your livelihood with righteousness, that was very good.
Yes, very good actually.
Yeah. Even Nanak ji in Guru Nanak Dev,
Good.
yeah, he also uses the dasa nuha nal kamao. He says कि आपको दसों मतलब you should use your hands to earn. You should have a very righteous way of livelihood.
Right.
Rama, can you share your experience? And
Yeah, it was a real great learning, knowing about new things about group consciousness. It was really, as Rekha ji said, we look forward to be responsible in family and as in society, and really new learning.
And
meditation.
we are also doing group meditations within our group. So also talk about that, like triangle meditation and other meditations which you have. Everyone is doing here.
Yeah, even the triangle meditation which we are regularly doing daily. It gives a great sense of, few of us, how we are like able to carry it regularly. It gives a very good sense of connectivity
So
with,
as
Yes.
with the
yeah,
same thought and same prayer. It gives a very good feeling.
so
And something unity is binding us, I think.
Yeah.
So, hmm.
yeah, so when you started doing this triangle meditation and now, do you see any difference in your visualization? Right? Do you see any difference?
Visualization, I can't say, but mind has become calmer. That is definitely one thing I noticed. It is not too much agitation or thoughts or anything. There is change in me. Definitely, I can tell that. Visualization, I don't know as of yet.
No, I want everyone to talk and share your experience because you have to gauge yourself every day, progress, and from many years you are writing on ideas. Like I've been giving you ideas to write, and you have been writing from many years now. So, do you see any difference now? I can see the difference in everyone's writing, but I want to listen from you. Few years back, if you take your papers and see, and now if you take the same papers and compare it with today's writing, right? Do you see the changes?
Yeah.
Is there
When
any
we
clarity in
started,
your thinking?
yeah, when we started, then these ideas were very new to us. The idea of beauty, even this word beauty, had a lot of rage reaction. There was unclarity about the meanings of the words, and now after reading it, the thing like inclusiveness, it has become an experience now.
Yeah, yeah.
Initially, it used to be just a word for us,
Now it's an
solemnity and
experience.
all that. Now it's an experience for us. We can experience it after so many years of like
Yeah,
sitting in a
yeah.
group.
To understand the concept of all these took so many years actually. At least 3-4 years to understand where we are, what is the
Yeah.
how to practice virtues.
Yeah. Now when we are not
Now-
doing it, we come to know. Like
Hmm.
even in our daily thing, it's not that we have changed. Actually, on ground, we are changing, but when we are going away from the truth or the real thing, we come to know. Like here, we are wrong here.
Yeah.
We are able to face ourselves and know ourselves, and slowly changing. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Understanding is also, I think, that is also one good virtue we are developing. My anger and irritation have uh, come down. In that place, a little bit of patience, understanding. I can see some difference, definitely.
I feel I've become more inclusive. Like I can't think of like my own self. That thing is big.
Correct. And I started this law of economy. I stopped, not buying which is not necessary.
So, as you are doing these meditations every day individually, and we are doing on every new moon day as well as full moon day, and every day at morning 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and again in the evening 6 o'clock, we are doing special prayers and great invocations. So, you are doing all these things from many years, right? So now, do you see that uh, we are coming into the nature, like we are becoming a part of the nature, like with the flow of nature, and the flow of our energies within ourselves, the flow of energies within our mind. We come in sync with the energies of the nature.
Yeah, very true. When we started doing our full moon meditations, initially I had lot of reactions. I I was really dreadful of the full moon coming up. It really affected me very negatively in the initial 1 year or so. I had real bad times. I would be very agitated on those days. On full moon days, I was really agitated. And now nothing like that happens.
Right. So do you see the difference when you put your ideas on the paper? When you put your ideas on the paper, do you see what is the thinking process? See what you think, and when you put the pen on the paper, what you really write on the paper, there is a difference, right?
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
difference. So what we think and what we write, there is a difference. So as we dig into the concept, many layers they come out,
Yeah.
and then we have
True
to
that.
compare one idea with the other idea, and then you see
Yes.
what all exercise is going on with the mind.
Yeah,
And
sometimes we are surprised by what comes out. We are like not thinking we'll be writing this, and then it comes out in a very different
and
way.
most important, when you see others writings, others expressions, don't we learn, like,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yes.
yeah. It's such a great learning. Different perspectives.
Different perspectives, different thinking.
I want to share one thing. A few days back, I came across one of my previous writings many months back, and I was surprised. It's written by me. I could not just even now I could not just digest it. It is written by me. Sometimes really you are saying right that we
We
are
surprise
writing
ourselves.
something else, but we are thinking, and then we
Very true.
yeah,
The
but
other day, your write up was very good, Ramaji, about the second question.
And yeah, difficult. Why is it so difficult
Why
to say
it's
thank you?
so difficult to say thank you, sorry, and that your write up was very good. I
yeah,
really liked it.
and
that's what
everybody,
I'm saying. Sometimes we don't, when we start writing, na, some hidden thoughts and
Yes.
come up.
right.
Actually, previously, I would have never even participated in a group. I would never express myself, never.
Same with me. I was very reluctant to write. I was reluctant to write. I thought I am not able to express, and I'm not very good at expressing. But now when I started writing, then I realized that mm, it's automatically coming out.
Yeah, and one more thing. See, I have also been giving you certain exercises to draw your ideas. Like I used to give an idea or a virtue, and then I used to tell you to draw it, try to express it in pictographically. See, these things also you have to practice, because this will develop your intuition. It can be drawing, it can be painting, right? So writing is one aspect, painting, drawing with colors, all these things will build a bridge between your mind, your conscious mind, with your higher mind and intuition, right? And Aquarius energy will actually develop a person's intuition. So I want everyone to draw, to take colors, and then whatever ideas which you get in meditation, try to put it on paper in pictographically, and watch your dreams. Watch your dreams, because when you're meditating, even in your dreams, you will be contacting certain people who are teaching you things. You will be going to places and you will be learning things. So before you sleep, try to read a page of any nice literature, Torquemson's literature, or Omra Michael Avinov's literature, or any literature which you like, any spiritual literature, right? Yeah.
Yeah, today I read a chapter, I made an audio, but it was called The Dreams. In that, Torkom sir writes, he was attending classes where different teachers were teaching him. That was so awesome, actually, unimaginable.
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
It's
you.
very exciting to think that maybe in our dreams we're going somewhere and in some ashrams we must be learning something. It's very exciting actually.
No, you all people should express yourself. You should open up and express yourself, because that will create a channel between what you are learning from the masters, from the books, and your own ideas, and then you are expressing it through your words or through your drawings. So you need to open up and express and create the channel. You should not close the channel. You should be expressing. Yeah. So, uh, can you, and Anubhuti, how are you? Can you get our voice? And Vamshi, he's my good friend. And how are you, Vamshi ji? Can you get my voice? Anubhuti, can you get my voice? Hi, Vamshi.
Hi, hi,
Yeah,
hi, Sananda.
yeah.
It was a very excellent. All these years I was being part of the group, but today something pulled me to be active. So after attending this program, I felt I have missed a lot. That this today's session has made me to be more serious about my spiritual journey.
Yeah,
That is what I have understood today.
yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wonderful program.
Thank you, Vamshi. Thank you for joining. Dr. Anubhuti, how are you? How is your experience?
Hello, good evening, Sai.
Yeah. How did you feel about the meditation?
It's long time. I've just missed the group because I was very bad in writing, so I was not writing regularly. So I just skipped from the group. But now I'm thinking to join back.
No issue. So,
Yes, it will be.
did you do meditation? Like, how do you feel? Did you try to visualize?
In the morning.
No, right now.
How was the meditation right now?
It's
Hope. Yeah, fine. No issue. There is some connectivity issues. So, thank you so much for joining the session. And we will again meet within our groups. There are various groups in which we all are part of. So in one group we are doing one activity, in another group we are doing different activities. So let us catch up in our various other groups and then enjoy our meditations, continue doing book reading and building group consciousness. So thank you so much. Today being the full moon day, I need to thank everyone for being part of this session. And there are lakhs and millions of people who are meditating today, all over the world, all over the universe. So our minds are connected. So when we meditate, we connect with greater minds. So thank you so much. Pranams,
Namaste.
pranams everyone. Namaste. Take care.
Namaste. Yeah.